My name is Nicholas Jojo Undo, Principal, Tom Mboya Labour College. Tom Mboya Labour College is the premier training institution in issues related to industrial relations and labor studies. It's a college that has a catchment area beyond the borders of Kenya. Some of the people we train come from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, etc. Currently, we are having a certificate course in trade unionism for social justice. This is among many other programs that we do. When it comes to the certificate course in trade unionism for social justice, basically we are talking about fairness. We are talking about fairness and equality. Our aim is to reduce discrimination in the workplace so that no worker feels segregated in terms of religion, in terms of gender, disability, political affiliation, etc. In other words, the course that we are currently having is simply to empower the worker to be able to access equal opportunity in the workplace in terms of promotion, in terms of salaries and wages, in terms of training, etc. Tom Mboya can actually spread its tentacles to all parts of Africa and indeed the world, because apart from Tom Mboya, the other facility where you could find this kind of training is Turin in Italy. Now, the demand for labor-based courses, the demand for training in industrial relations is so vast. It would be important in the course of time, if we have available resources, we could spread this training to other parts of the world, so that instead of people just coming to Tom Mboya could actually go out and reach people wherever there is demand for training. Yeah, we've had collaboration with FIC. FIC is basically a Danish organization, Forum for International Cooperation. FIC has been very, very supportive. We are quite aware that the training needs keep changing. The work environment is not the same. It keeps evolving over time. So FIC has been very, very instrumental in terms of, one, doing a strategic plan for Tom Mboya Labour College. Now, this strategic plan, its major component is training. So far we've cooperated with FIC to be able to carry out a needs analysis. We've brought in both local and international expertise. We are now approaching course development, and in a very short while we'll be able to pilot courses. I believe courses that would be able to appeal not just to Kenyans but everyone else on the international platform.
My name is Caspar Pedo. I work for Forum for International Cooperation, which is a Danish organization. The FIC, in short, is an organization that was founded on trade union education. And that has been the role that the organization has tried to play initially in Eastern Europe, but then eventually the organization moved to East Africa, starting with the Dock Workers Union in Tanzania, which was mainly the capacity building of the organization for a period of over 6 years, before we moved to Kenya to work with a couple of trade unions, including the Dock Workers Union in Mombasa and 2 other organizations. But basically what the organization does is we founded on the base of strengthening the unions, with the fact that a strong union is one that is able to effectively represent its members, effectively agitate for the members' rights, and effectively be able to support members, especially the unskilled laborers, those that are underemployed, or those that are living under poor conditions, to be able to improve their living standards eventually. And the overall objective is poverty reduction, because as you might actually be aware, is that underemployment, we claim a lot that many people, that a good percentage of workers are actually, or out of the so-called population is actually employed. But if you look at it in reality, you find out that a big percentage of those that are employed are underemployed. And that simply means that the wages that they earn is not able to sustain them, is not able to improve their living conditions, and sometimes they actually end up remaining poor for the rest of their lives. So our work is to work and strengthen the trade unions so that they're able to agitate for better pay, for better working conditions, and eventually that the workers are able to find a better living and improve in their livelihood as well. We just started our partnership at the beginning of the year, which is not a long time. And what we are looking at is how to strengthen the college, that it is able to do what we've been doing with the other trade unions in terms of capacity building, but this is in a much more structured way, in a much more year calendar form, in a way that it does not only benefit individual unions, one or two unions. What we're looking at is a college that is recognized as a trade union center for training should be able to capture quite a good number and even impact on a bigger society, a wider society than what we have been doing by targeting individual unions. But what we're looking at is if there's anything called a change in terms of social justice that has to take place, we recognize that Tom Mboya College can actually play a very critical role, because when you bring in so many trade union representatives into one place, there is a lot of ideas that are generated. There are lots of ideas that are shared. There are, they get to be inspired because they are, tackling issues together. They're able to create, to develop a bigger solidarity. And I think it could be the best way, one of the most critical ways of changing a society, that they get a common inspiration. They share that inspiration. They take it back to the individual union, trade unions, but they also continue to interact at in Kenya, at the county level. They would actually then come and discuss and interact at the national level. And right now we're looking at the fact that the college is also taking a very strong role in building the capacity of unions across the border. So we are looking at a solidarity that is not just within the region, within the small geographical region, but it could actually spread into like Eastern Africa region and inspire a lot of change that we are actually expecting to see.